So last month I saw in a day in the live video this Lofree Flow 2 keyboard, and it caught my attention because it looks so premium. Like, the design is really clean and minimal, and I was instantly hooked by it. And until now I was using only gaming keyboards, but don't get me wrong, they serve a purpose, but I'm not into them anymore. I was looking to something minimalistic and something that doesn't have a lot of colors and doesn't have some RGB lights. It's okay to have only white, and I wanted to make my setup look more professional, so I reached out to Lofree to give me one of their keyboards and to do a review about them. And don't imagine that I will glaze them because they sent me over this keyboard, because I won't do that. I just want to share with you my honest opinion, because this keyboard will be my main keyboard from now on. And let's start by opening this thing up and see what you're getting in the box. So the packaging looks nice, and I like that it's simple and minimalistic, and the keyboard looks awesome. The chassis leaves some small fingerprints, but they are gone after a couple of seconds. But overall the keyboard looks great. When in the box we have this horizontal charging cable, and the quality of the cable is pretty nice. I like the material. We have this small USB dongle that has their name on it, and some stickers, and we have these Windows buttons because the keyboard comes with the Mac ones pre-installed. The switches I'm using are the void switches, and they are the silent ones, so I hope that you can hear them through the mic. Let's do a typing test and see how it sounds. The typing experience is pretty nice because the switches are quiet and they feel right when you're tapping on them. And that's what I wanted, a silent keyboard, not some noisy gaming keyboard. So let's talk about the good things that this keyboard have. So first of all is the design. This keyboard just looks premium. It's got the aluminum body, the keycaps feel great, and honestly it reminds me somehow of an Apple keyboard. There is something about the way it's designed, it just feels premium. I saw a lot of people complaining about this notch, but for me it just looks nice. I mean, this is one of the factors that I chose this keyboard, because it's somehow different but in a cooler way. Another cool thing is that in this notch you have this slider, and when I saw this for the first time I thought it's a gimmick, because what's the main purpose? I can just tap on that buttons and increase and decrease the volume or increase the brightness. But somehow it feels nice, because instead of tapping that buttons to adjust your brightness or volume, if you just slide up or down it will adjust the volume, and if you're holding the FN key down and slide it will adjust your brightness. Once you're starting to use it, you will see how convenient it is. It has a 3000 mAh battery, and depends on how you are using it, because if you're using it with the backlight off you will get 120 hours of battery life, and if you're using the backlight you will get only 17 hours of battery life. And I don't think it's that much, but for 2 or 3 days of full-time work on it, it's enough, because you can also use it while it's charging. Another cool thing about it is that it supports VIA. Basically you can add custom shortcuts and macros to make your workflow faster. So it's got flexibility for power users, but it's not complicated if you just take it out of the box. Okay, so it's not perfect, and I want to continue by saying the bad things about this keyboard, but they are some small things. I mean, for me it doesn't count that much. So it comes with the Mac keycaps installed, which is cool, but here's the thing, there is no keycap puller in the box. If you want to swap out the keycaps with the Windows ones, you gotta find a way to pull out them by yourself, like with a card or a flat screwdriver or something. And for this price they could just put a keycap there. I mean, even one in plastic, not something fancy. It's cheap, it takes up no space, and it would make the experience way better for someone that want to customize it. That's a pretty easy win they missed. Another thing that sucks is that the USB dongle doesn't have a compartment to put it in the keyboard. Like there is no slot in the keyboard, nothing. So if you ever move your keyboard around, like travel with it, or just like to keep things organized, that dongle is gonna bounce around and get lost at some point. So if you're tired of gaming keyboards and want something more premium, like with an aluminum chassis and doesn't sound bad at all, I think this may be the right pick for you. The build quality is pretty nice. As I said, it's built from aluminum and the design is really clean, and that notch doesn't bother me at all. The little things that annoyed me, the keycap puller and the dongle storage, those are things you can work around. They are not deal breakers, they are just oversights that could have been better. So my honest opinion is that it's a very solid and good keyboard, and I really like that the chassis is made of aluminum because it feels more premium. The design is pretty clean and it fits my setup perfectly. Also, thanks to Lofree for sending me this keyboard, and if you want one, you have a link in the description. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button and eat your veggies, and see you in the next video.